Is here to intimidate and harass Chinese people come here and they might say something against their government.
This is an issue, but it's not the problem. The problem is the people that have allowed them to do this.
And the UK laws should apply in the UK and not Chinese laws.
Yeah, but again, it's about agendas, about what makes sense, about who makes money.
Money talks, right?
Of course.
Has set up illegal and secret police stations in 54 countries around the world.
They literally stated multiple times over the past months, over the past years, we will hunt you down wherever you are.
At a so-called overseas police service centre.
Used by the Communist Party to crack down on Chinese dissidents and alleged criminals living abroad.
今天我到了英国伦敦的 East Croydon 区域，各位应该知道，中共的脏手无所不在，你去哪里都会被他监控，你去哪里都会被他渗透。那现在我们在英国嘛，在伦敦嘛，在伦敦就有2个中共的警察局。那他们为什么要在这里设立他们的警察局呢？原因很简单嘛，虽然他们说是为了帮助人，但是什么叫做为了帮助在英国的中国人？这个也很奇怪嘛，因为他们有自己的大使馆，对不对？那我觉得啦，他们在这里设警察局就是为了监控。为了渗透，还有为了骚扰维吾尔人、香港人跟反对中共的在英国这边的英国人，我觉得蛮可怕的。那今天我跟我的在英国的好朋友路易斯，在这边的警察局到底是在干嘛的？同时也问一下当地人对在英国的中国警察局有什么样的想法。走吧。
So apparently this has a secret Chinese police station that is here to intimidate and harass Chinese people who come here and they might say something against their government.
Hey Stan, so what are you doing here?
We're in East Croydon. Upstairs, there apparently is a Chinese police station, and they're harassing Chinese dissidents, Uyghurs, Hong Kongers here in the UK. So as one of the ladies just said, it's probably not a safe country anymore. And now we're going to ask some people what do they think about it. 你知道这里有中国的警察局吗？
中国的警察局，
对对对，在这一栋大楼。
中国的警察局
不知道。那如果你知道有这个地方，你会有什么样的想法？你会有什么样的想法？没有想法。
没有想法。
Do you know that there is a Chinese police station in that building?
No, I don't know.
You don't know. What do you think about it? If you knew that there is a Chinese, yeah.
Why Chinese? No. Why is China only?
These people.
I don't see the point. Only Chinese.
So what do you want to see here if not only Chinese?
UK?
UK? Yeah. There should be a UK. Yeah. Because they have embassy, right? If they need any help from the Chinese embassy, they go to the embassy.
Just maybe we need more stations.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The UK police stations.
Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, but not Chinese.
Why Chinese then?
Yeah.
Come back to square one.
Yeah, because that's what the Chinese government is doing. They're looking for the dissidents. They're looking for, do you know Uyghur people who are being killed in China right now?
As long as we have embassy,
yeah,
that's enough.
Yeah, it should be enough. It should be enough.
Like any other country.
But then they harass their families back in China. Do you know that?
These people, these police, they're not looking for criminals. They're not looking for bad people. They're just looking for anybody that says something bad about the Chinese government, and then they can take them home.
They escape from there.
Yeah.
They come here for political
to have a right
freedom.
to speak
Exactly.
And then they're caught.
Yeah.
Being caught.
Yeah, and it's a secret police station. Okay, nobody else knows about this place. It's been in the news very recently, but nobody knows about it. That's why we're here in this area. We're here to make sure that some people know about it, and we want to know what you think about it.
It's the same if you open Russian police station.
Oh my God, it's gonna be terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Yeah.
I'm from Ukraine.
And thanks to the Ukrainian people for standing for the freedom and actually acting as a shield for the whole democratic world, for all of Europe. Yeah. You're protecting all of us.
You know, it's not only about Ukraine, it's about Europe altogether.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. You too. Slava Ukraini.
But there is a Chinese police station here, set up secretively to monitor Chinese citizens who live in the UK.
Dissidents, like Uyghur people, there is a genocide against them committed right now.
Yeah.
What would your thoughts be if you knew that there is such a thing in the UK?
Here, right here.
In East Croydon, of all the places.
Well, of course I would be worried. What are they doing here? What's their purpose? And what are they going to do to these dissidents, or whoever they are policing? So I think that it would be a concern for the wider community.
Yeah. Okay, that's a really great answer. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Did you find it? It's on the Daily Telegraph and on the Guardian, probably.
The Daily Telegraph.
Yeah.
What's the?
Here in East Croydon.
Why is that happening?
Okay, so
That's a good question. Why?
you're a Chinese person or you're from Hong Kong, right? And you don't really have any political rights, freedom of speech, that kind of thing. You say anything bad about the Chinese government, you can get locked up, you can end up in a prison, or you can be doing some sort of community service or something crazy like that. So they'll flee to the UK. Yeah, there's also the persecution of the Uyghurs in Xinjiang province. Some of them will end up fleeing to the UK to seek political asylum, that kind of thing. So the people that come here, they've set up a secret police station to monitor these people and
Harass their families.
maybe harass their families back in China.
Is this an official Chinese government thing, or is it like under the radar?
It belongs to the Chinese government, but it's acting here in the UK unofficially.
Sure.
But
I mean,
we're-
that seems like that shouldn't be happening
Yeah.
on many levels, right?
Yeah.
I know,
That's-
right?
that's wrong on many
Imagine
levels.
There's like a Russian police station
Yeah.
here to monitor Ukrainian refugees.
I think
for
it sounds
example.
pretty lawless.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and we're not sure if it does have backing from our government. They certainly know about it because it has been of course, it's been in the news recently. You just checked on your phone, right? And you saw an article. I suggest you check that article out and have a look at it. But yeah, we're just here to get people's thoughts and opinions about it, and a lot of people are unaware that it even exists.
Well, I didn't know about it until right now. So
You live in the area?
not too far.
Not too far.
Yeah.
Where are you from? I detect a bit of Scottish there.
There is a wee bit of Scottish there, yeah.
Nice, nice. So now that you know about it, what do you think?
Obviously I don't know everything about what you're talking about yet, but yeah, on the face of it, from what you tell me, that does not sound good. Things are always more complicated than they seem at first glance, but
Well, they usually are, yeah.
they usually are more complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the face of it, that seems like the kind of thing that shouldn't be operating. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're a Chinese dissident living in this area, it's pretty bad.
You won't feel safe probably anymore.
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, if you're here, the laws of the UK should apply, not the laws of some other country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's, it's nothing about China. It's like what the laws. You should be safe in terms of the UK. Not that's other countries don't get to just apply their laws in the UK. That's not how this works.
Absolutely. And just also like, would China allow a UK police station to open up in China?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
They don't even allow you to
I don't
publicly
know.
display the UK flag.
Sure. So I don't know how these things work. There are things happening at an international level that I'm not aware
Or
of.
an
I'm pretty
American
sure.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course.
Who knows what operations the UK has in other countries?
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
some dodgy stuff, frankly, and the Americans.
yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that if there's a law and there's a law of this country, and the laws should apply.
And especially if people escaped, they were running from the totalitarian surveillance state, and they hope to find freedom here in the United Kingdom.
Certainly, yeah. On that level, yeah. If you expect to find freedom, then yeah. Like you should be able
At
to
least
find it here.
a freedom to speak, right, or to protest, because there are protests around Chinese embassy often, for example, for the freedom of Uyghur people, for the freedom of Hong Kongers, and people from there probably are looking at the people participating in those protests. Then,
yeah. Well, if that's happening, I think for me it's very simple. You don't have to. I don't have to know a lot about the political situation.
Yeah.
To know that if you're here, it shouldn't be possible for forces that are not regulated and not authorised by our government and our laws, which we vote for, and we understand that it shouldn't be possible for those forces to influence your life. That shouldn't be a thing.
exactly.
So there you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Excuse me. Do you have a moment? Do you know that there is a Chinese police station in that building?
No.
Now, what do you think about it? If you know that a foreign government is building up a police station here in the UK to look after the people who ran away from China, actually, like Uyghurs, Hong Kongers, Chinese dissidents.
Anybody with a different opinion about the Chinese government, they're here to harass them and
or their families.
Maybe
So
deport
they've
them.
set up here to harass the Chinese people that have run from
Yeah.
China.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just in this very building.
yeah.
That's interesting.
What are your thoughts? Just spur of the moment. What would you think about it?
Very political.
Do you think they have a right to operate here secretively?
I don't think it's secret. If they're operating here, it's not very secret.
It
It's
has
just-
been secret, but right
it's
now it's
just-
in the news.
It's just
I
been
think-
exposed.
Well, someone's allowed them to do it, so it's not very secret.
That is true. That's a good point.
It's just we don't know about it. So if the powers at B has allowed them to do it, then it's not very secret. They just keep it hush.
Okay, let's say you're from China.
Yeah.
You've ran away to the UK because you want political freedom.
Freedom of
and
speech.
You want freedom of speech, all of the rights that we have here in the UK.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, a police station has opened up to only track you down. They're not here for anything else.
Yep.
They're just here to find these people and send them back home where they could face prison time, persecution, just for having an opinion about a government. Imagine that's you. How
Yep.
would you feel about that?
Yeah, we're warring then.
No.
That's it. Is it if I feel like my opinion or my livelihood is affecting my family, then it's war.
Yeah.
So I do whatever I have to do. That's me personally.
Yeah.
But again, politics. It's a dangerous game, and I don't think there's anywhere in the world that you can go that will avoid someone else's agenda that's above you. So if you come to try and escape and it's followed you, then you have to make a decision. Do you stay and fight or do you move on? Or it's not fair. It's not fair at all. But
like right now, I can say fuck Liz Truss.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
If I go to China and I say F Xi Jinping, the leader of China, there'll be severe
yeah,
consequences.
you go anywhere in the world and say that about their leaders, there'll be severe consequences.
I mean, but even if I'm just Chinese and I say that, I don't have the right.
But it's the same anyway. You can go, like I'm not really into politics. I don't know, but I do know enough that we're privileged to be quite lenient. That we can say what we want and almost do what we want, tear down monuments and whatever.
Yeah, we're lucky.
We can kind of do that. You can't have your hijab like this in certain countries. You can't hold hands if you're with a man and you're gay. You can't hold hands in some countries.
Yeah.
So we're quite privileged to have the rights to be able to kind of almost do what we want with limited consequences, where not everyone gets that.
But I think if somebody comes here to seek the same rights that we have, they should be granted those very rights. But they're not with this place right now.
Yeah, it's true.
And that infringes
For
not
me,
only on their rights, but on our rights as well.
For me, obviously this is an issue, but it's not the problem. The problem is the people that have allowed them to do this. So for example, how safe are we if our government make us feel like we can
that's
talk,
another problem.
but they let this happen?
Yeah.
So how safe are we
absurd,
really?
yeah.
So I think it just asks a bigger question.
And the UK laws should apply in the UK and not Chinese laws.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We should be protected no matter what.
Exactly.
And those that come here should be protected no matter what. But again, it's about agendas, about what makes sense, about who makes money, and what peace deals, and what like getting food in and getting goods in, whatever makes sense to the powers above is what will.
The money talks, right?
Of course, that's what it comes down to. Because if these were rich Chinese people, I'm sure they wouldn't have this problem.
Probably not. You make a good point, my friend.
So, like I said, like this is not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. But for me, maybe as a parent as well, if my child is behaving a certain way and I've given my child the okay or to do that, I'm the problem. So yes, what my child is doing is an issue, but I'm the problem because I make them feel secure in doing that. They feel secure. So whoever has allowed them to feel secure is the issue for me.
It's a good point, mate. Yeah, appreciate it.
And don't forget that the rich Chinese people sometimes, most of the times, they're party affiliated.
Yeah, of course,
So-
because money makes money and poor people make rich people money. So
Yeah, thank you.
喜欢这个优质的创作者，就赶快去 follow 他哦！你有发现其他更具爆红潜力的影片吗？赶快投稿给达人秀吧！点击下方观看更多有趣内容。